Did you know there's a place on Earth where 80% of the animals and plants exist nowhere else? Welcome to Madagascar, an island so unique it's often called the 8th continent, but there's a shocking twist to this paradise. While Madagascar boasts unparalleled biodiversity, it's also home to some of the world's poorest people. How can a land of such natural wealth struggle with extreme poverty? Stay tuned as we uncover the paradox of Madagascar, where lemurs leap through forests while humans fight for survival, and picture yourself standing in the heart of Madagascar's lush forests. Towering baobab trees stretch nearly 30 meters into the sky, their massive trunks capable of storing an astonishing 120,000 liters of water. These ancient giants, some living for up to 800 years, are just one example of the island's extraordinary biodiversity. Madagascar's unique flora and fauna have earned it the nickname 8th continent. This isn't just a catchy phrase, it's rooted in the island's fascinating geological history. When Madagascar broke away from India millions of years ago, it set the stage for an unparalleled ecological experiment. Isolated from the rest of the world, life on the island evolved in remarkable ways. Today, Madagascar is home to over 200,000 species found nowhere else on Earth. More than 100 species of lemurs, those wide-eyed primates synonymous with the island, swing through its forests. In fact, a staggering 80% of all plants and animals here are endemic, existing only within Madagascar's borders. But there's a stark contrast to this natural wealth. While Madagascar teems with unique life forms, its human population faces extreme poverty. The island's rich red soil, packed with iron and aluminum, supports diverse ecosystems but hasn't translated into economic prosperity for its people. This paradox raises intriguing questions. How can a place so rich in biodiversity struggle so much economically? The answers are complex, involving a web of historical, geographical, and economic factors. Madagascar's isolation, which fostered its unique ecosystems, has also presented challenges for human development and trade. Moreover, the potential value of Madagascar's biodiversity remains largely untapped. The island's unique plant life could hold undiscovered medicinal properties, but limited local technology and infrastructure make it difficult to research and develop these resources responsibly. Imagine waking up each day in a country where your local currency is worth just 5 cents in US dollars. For many Malagasy people, this isn't a hypothetical scenario. It's their daily reality. But how did Madagascar, an island rich in titanium, vanilla, and biodiversity, end up in such dire economic straits? Life in Madagascar is a constant struggle for survival. Many families rely on subsistence farming or foraging, often turning to wild roots and other natural resources just to put food on the table. This harsh reality is a stark contrast to the island's abundant natural wealth. Madagascar's economic indicators paint a grim picture. With an average yearly income of just $45 in the capital, Antananarivo, Madagascar ranks among the world's poorest nations. The situation becomes even more apparent when compared to neighboring countries in the region, many of which have made significant strides in economic development. Daily life in Madagascar is fraught with challenges. Only about 11% of the country's roads are paved, severely limiting infrastructure and making travel and trade incredibly difficult. Electricity is a luxury, often available for just a few hours each day. These limitations force the Malagasy people to adapt to a lifestyle heavily dependent on natural resources. You might wonder why Madagascar's rich natural resources haven't translated into economic prosperity. The island boasts some of the world's largest titanium reserves and is a top supplier of vanilla, cloves, and orchids. However, much of this wealth benefits foreign markets due to limited local processing technology. This paradox is a classic example of the resource curse, a phenomenon where countries rich in natural resources often struggle economically. In Madagascar's case, the abundance of unique flora and fauna hasn't led to improved living conditions for its citizens. The relationship between Madagascar's natural wealth and its economic development is complex. While the island's biodiversity could potentially offer solutions, from undiscovered medicinal plants to ecotourism opportunities, harnessing these resources sustainably remains a significant challenge. The battle to save Madagascar's ecosystems is reaching a critical point. With 90% of its original forest cover already lost, time is running out for this biodiversity hotspot. But as we'll discover, the solution may lie in an unexpected place, the very communities struggling to survive. Let's start with a glimmer of hope. In the Andasibe-Mantadia National Park, conservation efforts have led to a remarkable recovery of the Indri lemur population. These captivating creatures, known for their haunting calls, were once on the brink of extinction. Today, thanks to dedicated protection and community involvement, their numbers are slowly but steadily increasing. However, this success story is just one piece of a complex puzzle. Across Madagascar, conservation efforts face significant challenges. The conflict between preserving ecosystems and meeting the economic needs of local communities is stark and often heartbreaking. Many families rely on subsistence farming and foraging to survive, sometimes turning to protected areas for resources when they have no other options. Innovative approaches are trying to bridge this gap between conservation and economic development. Some projects involve local communities and ecotourism initiatives, providing alternative income sources while incentivizing forest protection. Others focus on sustainable agriculture techniques that reduce the need for slash and burn farming, a major driver of deforestation. But the scale of the challenge is daunting. Madagascar's deforestation rates are alarming, with significant losses contributing to species decline. The island's unique biodiversity, shaped by millions of years of isolation, is under threat. Each hectare of forest lost potentially means the extinction of species found nowhere else on Earth. So what's the key to turning the tide? The answer might surprise you. It's becoming increasingly clear that successful conservation in Madagascar hinges on community involvement. When local populations see tangible benefits from preserving their natural resources, they become the most effective guardians of the environment. This insight opens up new possibilities for sustainable development in Madagascar. By aligning conservation goals with community needs, we can create a model where both nature and people thrive. But achieving this balance is no easy task. It requires innovative thinking, substantial resources, and a deep understanding of local cultures and economies. Picture a place where nature's richest treasures coexist with some of the world's deepest poverty. Now imagine that this paradox holds lessons that could reshape our approach to global sustainability. Welcome to Madagascar, a living laboratory for the future of our planet. And Madagascar's story isn't just about an isolated island nation, it's a mirror reflecting some of the most pressing issues facing our world today. The island's struggle to balance its incredible biodiversity with the urgent needs of its people echoes challenges faced by countries across the globe. From the Amazon rainforest to the coral reefs of Southeast Asia, we see similar patterns of environmental wealth existing alongside economic hardship. The interconnectedness of global ecosystems and economies becomes clear when we look at Madagascar's situation. The island's unique plant life could hold undiscovered medicinal properties that might benefit people worldwide. Its forests play a crucial role in carbon sequestration, affecting global climate patterns. Yet, the economic pressures facing Madagascar's population threaten these very resources that could be key to our shared future. For other developing nations, Madagascar offers valuable insights. It demonstrates the critical importance of finding sustainable ways to utilize natural resources without depleting them. Countries like Brazil, Indonesia, and the Democratic Republic of Congo face similar challenges in preserving their biodiversity while addressing poverty. Madagascar's successes and failures in conservation and community involvement provide lessons that could shape policies and strategies in these nations. Experts emphasize that preserving Madagascar's biodiversity isn't just about saving lemurs or baobab trees, it's about maintaining the delicate balance of our planet's ecosystems. The island's unique flora and fauna, shaped by millions of years of isolation, represent an irreplaceable genetic library. Losing these species could have far-reaching consequences for scientific research, drug discovery, and our understanding of evolution and adaptation. As we approach the conclusion of our journey through Madagascar's paradox, a powerful message emerges. The island's story is intricately linked to our global efforts for sustainability. The solutions we develop here, balancing conservation with economic development, involving local communities and preservation efforts, and finding innovative ways to utilize natural resources responsibly, could provide a blueprint for addressing similar challenges worldwide. As we've explored Madagascar's unique paradox, we've seen a land of incredible natural wealth existing alongside extreme poverty. This island, often called the eighth continent due to its unparalleled biodiversity, faces a critical challenge. How can Madagascar preserve its extraordinary ecosystems while also improving the lives of its people? The urgent need for balanced solutions is clear. Madagascar's story reminds us that conservation and development aren't opposing forces. They're interconnected challenges that require innovative, holistic approaches. By involving local communities in conservation efforts and finding sustainable ways to utilize natural resources, Madagascar could become a model for global sustainability. But this isn't just Madagascar's challenge, it's a global one. As we face worldwide environmental and economic pressures, what role can each of us play in creating a more sustainable future? Whether it's supporting fair trade products, donating to conservation efforts, or advocating for sustainable policies, our actions can make a difference.